As someone who really is kind of around animals a lot, I want to talk about. I want to. I think about Schopenhauer a lot, about will and intellect and all that stuff, and how he talks about animal consciousness and how we all have this animal consciousness because of the how the will is primary, and the will is primacy over the intellect, and I want to, and as you would know, that we all have all animals and humans have the same will, the same physical will. Yet the intellects vary from high to low, and how the humans have very high intellect, have a lot of emotion, a lot of intelligence. I want to think about the actual consciousness of animals, besides the intelligent humans that we are, or that we're supposed to be. um, because I'm around animals a lot. Usually when I'm making these videos, might have a snake around my neck. I have a dog. I'm around rabbits a lot. I'm around cows sometimes. I'm around cats quite a bit. Some horses sometimes, and all this stuff. And I just want to talk about specifically. I want to first talk about like what I think a snake's consciousness might be. A snake, when I'm specifically referring to a ball python, I want to think about their consciousness. And I think that all animals have feelings to an extent. By feelings, not like feelings of, oh, you hurt my feelings, or something like that. I mean feelings of pain and feelings of pleasure, feelings of happiness and feelings of pain. I think they have as much feelings of pain and pleasure as we do, which is, I think that stems from the fact that the will it has primacy over the intellect, because pain and pleasure, I think, are very similar, if not the same, from intellect to intellect. So what I'm thinking right now is that because that satisfaction of pain and pleasure comes from the will to satisfy those pains and pleasures, or to satisfy those desires, will cause you to have pleasures, and pains will result from will result from not satisfying some desires, and from other things too. So I think that pain and pleasure in animals is very, very similar. And I think if you think about a fly, I think that they have pain too, even though their pain is way minimal compared to like like a 4-foot ball python, or a human. Thinking about that, I think means a lot to environmental ethics. I think it means a lot to how we should treat them, because they are about as sensitive. I'm talking about the more higher up animals, not insects and bacteria, or I'm thinking about mammals, reptiles, birds, the higher up things, the higher up in the animal kingdom. These animals, the reason that we have laws to not hurt them or torture them is because they have a lot of feelings. They have feelings of pain and pleasure. If you abuse them, they will have feelings of pain, which is why it's unethical to cause feelings of pain, of immense pain, in animals. But I want to think about this in a different respect, rather than just pain and pleasure, which are kind of obvious to think about. I want to think about what goes on in their mind. In a human's mind, we have a lot of things going on. We have the desire to satisfy certain wills, which we all do, and we have feelings of emotions. We have feelings of anxiousness. We have feelings of all these complex feelings go on inside a human, which an animal does not have. Now, just to think about a ball python. A ball python thinks about water, rats, food, of course, and it thinks about reproducing. I think a full-grown male, if when put in the cage with a female, will think about reproducing, and he'll stick his hemipenes out, and she'll stick her glands out, and that's those are all part of the will. And I think what goes on inside of the higher animal consciousness, like a snake or something like that, a cat even, mostly have to do with what the will cause the animal to desire. And I think this is why I think Schopenhauer is correct in saying that we all have a animal consciousness, because we all have the same wills. All the animals have the same wills to reproduce, to have food, water, to survive. Those are my thoughts on that.